At my brother's graduation, I wasn't on the guest list. After 6 years, $48,000, 3 Max cards, and a pawn medal to pay his rent. I stood alone while they clapped for him. Then he laughed from the mic. Welcome, Admiral Miles, mocking my discharge, my limp, my sacrifice. I didn't cry. I took notes. Internships he never completed, records I once hit. Today, I sent the truth to the board. Next week, he won't be a doctor. But I will fly. I used to believe that sacrifice guaranteed love. That if you gave enough of yourself, eventually, someone would see you, acknowledge you. I was wrong. The morning I found out Zane was graduating med school, I stood in the aisle of a Walmart, holding a pack of clearance socks, and cried. Not because of the socks, but because I remembered when I bought his first stethoscope. It was $42.79. I had to pawn my Navy watch to get it. He was 19 then. Shaky hands, nervous smile, and he kept saying, "You really think I can do this?" I didn't just think he could. I bet everything on it. Over 6 years, I paid for his tuition, his rent, his textbooks, and that overpriced organic tea he claimed helped him focus. I even helped him move cross-country for a summer program. Paid for the U-Haul, loaded every box myself, then drove 14 hours overnight because he had an exam the next day. I covered over $48,000 in expenses without a single cosigner, interest-free. My Navy reenlistment? Delayed indefinitely. My back, still sore from lifting furniture that wasn't mine. And now? His graduation was next week. But there was no text from Zane. No invite. Just an Instagram story from one of his med school friends. Graduation week hype. I swiped up, saw a group photo with him front and center, and paused. Everyone had lanyards. Program passes. Badges with names. Everyone but me. I figured maybe it got lost in the mail. Maybe he was planning a surprise. Or maybe, deep down, I already knew. I called Mom. She answered, unusually chipper. Hey, it's next weekend, right? Zane's big day. Silence. Then, oh yeah? Didn't he tell you? No. What time does it start? Another pause. I think he said guests need to be there by 9. You probably don't need to worry about coming, sweetie. It's limited seating. Limited seating? I felt that like a slap. After all I did, was I now? Limited. I tried to laugh. Mom, I paid for this. I'm going. She sighed. Well, don't make it about you, okay? He's under a lot of pressure. Don't be dramatic. That line. Don't be dramatic. Every time they gaslit me, every time they minimized me, it always came wrapped in those 3 words. I hung up and stared at the ceiling for an hour. Then I opened my drawer and took out the one pressed shirt I had left from my Navy days. Still crisp. Still folded. I laid it out on my bed. Wrinkled pride and fabric-thin dignity. I checked the university website. The ceremony location was posted. I marked it on my calendar. I wasn't going to wait for an invite. I was going to show up. Because if they wanted to pretend I wasn't family, they'd have to say it to my face. The night before the ceremony, I couldn't sleep. I sat on the floor of my small San Diego apartment, watching the second hand tick past midnight on a cracked wall clock. My uniform shirt, blue, crisp, and just a little too tight now, hung on a wire hanger like a ghost of who I used to be. I had questions I'd never dared ask. Why hadn't Zane called? Why had Mom sounded so rehearsed? At 2 a.m., I opened a folder I kept under my bed. It was a graveyard of sacrifices. Receipts from Zane's dorm move-in. Bank transfers labeled spring tuition, $7,900. A PayPal log of $275 for his MCAT prep course. I even found a scribbled note from him in high school. Thanks for believing in me, bro. Full story on channel. Linked below.